Mum's already loving it. She's already ready the other time. I think she would know. She doesn't have back.
These children are going at one stage and they read the names off and they're going to take a copy from the bowl. Go across and stand, put on the flag, and stand back and come back out.
I haven't met her yet.
That'll be great. Look at it now. These children will tell you who the drive to the bench. Oh, it's actually going up as well, I know. But if we're not, that's lovely. We were waiting for Tommy Thompson to come, but I don't see him here yet. Thank you very much. It's lovely to see you here, and it's my job just to welcome you and say how important it is to see you here, back with that Anzac spirit and tradition, and this town which has had such a long focus and history around that word. I want to welcome Mrs. Eileen Todd, who's a service person from the Second World War, and Waddy Watson here. They're special guests at these times, but also to any other ex-service personnel who've come to be part of this morning's. We wouldn't call it a service, it's to remember. It's a different format in some ways to what you might have traditionally seen at a dawn parade, but it focuses on the people in Glenorchy and the sacrifice this town made to our peace and freedom which we enjoy today. So there's a number of local people who've got short little bits to do, to read, and during the time when they read the names on the flag, there's some children here, and the tradition would be that Morris Fordham in the blue jersey will come and stand here. He'll have a basin of poppies, and a child will just be given one at a time to come forward with the names are read, come through the gate and lay the poppy on the flag, stand for a second and go back. So that's their big important moment. And we'll do it really well, won't we, kids? Good idea. Thank you, Karen.
Anzac Day today. Anzac Day remembers the times of distribution and suffering of all the people who served. At a time when New Zealanders are increasingly keen to assert and celebrate a unique identity, we recognise Anzac Day as a central marker of its nationhood. It is not about war. It is a time to celebrate peace, to consider why we value it, and to remember what it costs.
Just to explain why we use the poppy so much, the Flanders poppy has been part of the Armistice Day or Remembrance Day ritual since 1920 and is increasingly used as our Anzac Day sign. During World War I, the red poppies were seen to be among the living plants that sprouted from the devastation of the battlefields in northern France and Belgium. And soldiers' folklore had it that poppies were vivid red from having been nurtured in the blood of their comrades. The poppy soon became known and widely accepted throughout the Allied nations as the flower of remembrance to be worn on Armistice Day. The New Zealand and Australian Return Service soldiers first sold poppies for Armistice Day in 1921 to support the widows of the soldiers who had fallen before it, and it's become a symbol of our Anzac Day ever since. I now ask Vince to come and read the names of the soldiers on our memorial here. And Morris, who are you?
Yeah. You're ready there? You go from the right over.
Private Peter Atlas. Trooper Charles Burns. Private Wilfred Bunting. Private William Belneves. Lance Corporal Dick. Private Henry Elliott. Private Alexander Elliott. Corporal Roy Fraser. Rifleman John Forsyth. Lance Corporal James George. Brother Private Thomas George. Lance Corporal Godfrey Groves. Rifleman Thomas Hope. Private Peter Johnson. Private Andrew Manson. Driver William McIntosh. Sergeant Charles McMenamin. Private Hector Ross. Private Norman Ross. Rifleman Lawrence Walsh. Rifleman Walter Watson, Corporal Francis Welland, and from the Second World War, Pilot Officer John Aitken, Flight Sergeant Alistair Scott, Sapper Gerald Sharp, Private Roland Smith, and Flying Officer James Vernon, Distinguished Flying Cross. Of these soldiers that died, Charles Burse, Wilfred Bunting, Peter Johnson, William McIntosh and Hector Ross all died in Gallipoli. The Gallipoli campaign was run by the German General von Sanders, but the real oomph behind the resistance of the Turks was Kemal, Mustafa Kemal, who became Ataturk, the first leader of the modern Turkish society, and he sent a note to all the people whose people had died, and he said, "Those heroes that shed their blood and lost their lives, you are now lying in the soil of a friendly country. Therefore, rest in peace. There is no difference between the Johnnies and the Maymets to us, where they lay side by side now and here in this country of ours. You mothers, who sent your sons from faraway countries, wipe away the tears. Your sons are now lying in our bosom and are in peace, after having lost their lives on this land. They have become our sons as well."
As part of this tradition, we've decided to take 3 names from the memorial each year, 3 different names, because Vince has researched their story, and Pam's now going to read you the story of 3 of those names, and where they fought, how they died, and where they're buried.
Private Peter Ackley, 1522, Otago Regiment, New Zealand Expeditionary Force. Private Ackley died of wounds in Belgium, 8th of August 1917, aged 35. He was part of a big offensive that had commenced at Whitepeace on the 31st of July, and it is probable he died in this engagement. He embarked from New Zealand on the 26th of July 1916 with the 15th Reinforcements Otago Infantry Battalion D Company. He was severely wounded during the big push at Messines. He was offered the opportunity to return home to heal, but he saw as his duty to return to the front and fight on. Peter worked as a she-light miner in Glenorchy, as did his brothers Andrew, 42617, and George, 61170, who also served in the war. His parents, Mr. and Mrs. James Ackley, lived at Arthur's Point, Queenstown. His father farming and his mother ran the Junction Hotel. Peter is buried in the Troy Arthur Cemetery, Steinrich, Nord, France.
Now an opportunity for anyone who's brought a wreath or a special topic to lay on the memorial to go forward and do that in your own time. And that's the way the words are followed on the play, which will come from the car. Then we'll pause for a minute and we'll listen to the last post as we finish this remembrance ceremony.
who shall grow not old, as we who are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them.
Nations at thy feet, in the bonds of love we meet. Hear our voices we entreat. God defend our free land. God Pacific's tranquil star, from the shafts of strife and war. Make her praises heard afar. God defend you, see.
The last post is one of a number of bugle calls in military tradition, which mark the phases of the day. Where reveille signalled the start of a soldier's day, the last post signalled its end. It is believed originally to have been part of a more elaborate routine in the British Army. Last post was incorporated into funeral and memorial services as a final farewell, and symbolises that the duty of the dead is over and that they can rest in peace.
Thank you, everybody. My apologies for that technical glitch. I'm sure they did it better at Gallipoli. You're now invited to come in for a cup of tea if you'd like to. And I was told that the tradition of any Anzac Day is a tot of rum for those returned servicemen, so it's there. I raided the cupboard last night. So thank you for being here. Let's make a tradition every year. I think it's very important. Thank you.
Well done. What's to eat?
What's to eat?
Are you in charge of that?
I'm not in charge of that,
okay.
no.
Oh, you don't want to go.
Some
journey will be ended, for it's only one step more, one step more from earth to heaven, where our cares will all be o'er, to that land where crowns are given, for it's only one step more. Through my life, He'll surely guide me. I've no need to doubt and fear, for each step He walks beside me, and my call for help will hear. All the way my load grows lighter, and I'll tell it o'er and o'er. Heaven's lights for me shine brighter, for it's only one step more, one step more.